guys, it's Tim from Emagination Computer Camps. Since the new Star Wars movie came out recently, I thought it'd be a fun idea to create a Star Wars themed Photoshop tutorial for you today. So what we're going to do is we're going to learn how to create a lightsaber in Photoshop. So what you need to do first is obviously open up the photograph that you wish to use. As you can see here, I have this photo of Luke, and he's about to face off with a stormtrooper. And so he's obviously going to need a lightsaber to do that. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to create a new layer. What we can do is either come up to Layer, New Layer, or we can hit Shift Control N. And we're going to get this dialog box, and we can name it whatever we want. Let's name it Lightsaber. All right, and then we're going to come down to Mode. Go to Screen. And then once we do that, we want to make sure that we click this box right here that says Fill with Screen Neutral Color Black. Hit OK. So now you can see over here in the Layers panel, we have the lightsaber layer as well as the background layer. Next, what we want to do is we want to select the Line tool. The Line tool is going to be over here. If you don't have it visible, it might be hidden. So what you need to do is just click and hold, and you'll have the Line tool option right there. Next, what we want to do is come up to Fill, and we want to select White. And we want to go to Stroke and select White as well. Next, what we want to do is select a weight. And the weight that we're going to use is going to be dependent on our photograph. Depending on the dimensions of your photograph and whatnot, your dimensions might be a little different. I'm going to try a 45 pixel here. And it's going to create a lineup like this, create a proper length. And if it goes off the screen, that's okay. Alright, so once we have that, I'm going to kind of move it over a little bit. Okay, get it centered. Looks pretty good. Okay, so next what we want to do is we're going to add a little bit of a blur to it, because obviously a lightsaber doesn't have a very hard edge. It's kind of a glowy edge to it. So we're going to come up to Filter, Blur, Gaussian Blur. Alright, and you're going to get this dialog box that pops up. It's basically saying the image needs to be rasterized before you can continue. You're going to click OK. Alright, and you're going to click, you're going to make a 1 pixel radius for this layer. Okay. So next what we need to do is we're going to create more depth to the glow. So we're going to actually create 3 different duplications of this shape. What you can do is you can either right click on the shape over here and go to Duplicate Layer and click OK. Or you can come up to Layer, Duplicate Layer. Either way, doesn't matter, but you're going to want to get 3 layers total in addition to your original. Alright, then you're going to click on Shape 1 Copy. You're going to add another blur to it. So you're going to go to Filter, Blur, Gaussian Blur. This time you're going to make the radius 10 pixels. Then you're going to go to Shape 1 Copy 2 and do the same thing. Filter, Blur, Gaussian Blur. You're going to make this one 20 pixels. Okay, and lastly you're going to come down to Shape 1. And you're going to do the same thing again. Filter, Blur, Gaussian Blur. And you're going to make it 30. You might be asking, why didn't we do anything to Shape 1 Copy 3? Well, that's because we're going to keep that at the top to make sure that the core stays a nice solid color. Okay, so now you can tell we have a nice little glow to our blade here, but the only thing it's missing is color, right? So what we're going to do is that we're actually going to merge all of these shapes together, and so we only have the lightsaber and background layers again. Alright, so what you can do is you can either come up to Layer, Merge Down, or you can hit Control E until you just have the lightsaber and background layers. So next what we want to do to add color is we're going to add a adjustment layer. So we're going to go to Layer, New Adjustment Layer, Color Balance. And now what's really important here is that we click this box right here that says Use Previous Layer to create clipping mask. What this is going to do is this adjustment layer is only going to affect the layer directly below it, which will be the lightsaber layer, and it won't make any changes to the background. So once we have that, you can click, okay, you're going to go to mode, and you're going to hit screen as well. It's important. Click OK. Alright, so now we get this properties tool here. And so what we can do is we can change the color however we want. So if we want to make him a Sith Lord, we can make it red. You know, if we want to do a Mace Windu, make it purple, green, whatever. I was always a fan of Luke's green lightsaber, so I'm going to go up and bring it all the way up to green. I'm going to do the same to the highlights, bring that up a little bit. And there we go. That is it, guys. Nice and simple, nice easy lightsaber to create. If you guys enjoyed this tutorial, please hit the like button down below. If you are interested in learning more about Photoshop, make sure you visit us online at computercamps.com and check out our summer program. Otherwise, I'll see you next time. This is Tim with Emagination Computer Camps.